The wait is over.
The most awaited PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025 officially begins. Show us the roads, bridges, air and seaports, green energy, and technology that shape our economy. This contest is open to all Filipino photographers, professionals, and amateurs aged 16 and above. Big prizes to be given away.
100,000 pesos each for conventional category. 50,000 pesos each for mobile category. 50,000 pesos each for the drone category.
Photos must be taken anywhere in the Philippines from September 17th, 2024 to July 31st, 2025. Submission period is from February 1st to July 31st, 2025. This is your chance to showcase your skill by featuring Philippine infrastructure for economic development. For more info, visit www.pagcor.ph/photocon2025 or call 02-852-11542, local 1529 or 1530. Be updated. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram. Your shot, our future. PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025.
We tip off Thursday night basketball with a battle between two hungry teams searching for their first win here at the Sinag Liga Asya DOJ Interagency Cup 2025. Live from the Mandaluyong College of Science and Technology, the PPA Redeemers and the OSG Patriots are both desperate to break their losing streaks and finally get on the board. Expect an all-out fight as both of these squads looking to turn their season around. Taking a look at the longest tenured player of the PPA Redeemers, Joey Hernale, at 57 years old, played all 40 minutes in their previous loss versus the LRA Titulados. 18.7 rebounds and 8 assists for him. Meanwhile, on the other end, in that loss versus the NBI squad, Kevin Manya with 31 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. His efficiency was at 27 and he led all the scorers in that game. Let's take a look at our games for today. First is the PPA Redeemers going up against the OSG Patriots. And then our last game, it's the POW Defenders against the BI Sentinels. And a good evening and welcome to all the basketball fans watching out there. This is the SLA DOJ Interagency Cup 2025. Aaron Diaz, your anchor for today. And joining me here to my left side to make my life easier during this coverage, Coach Anton De La Sierra. So Coach, thanks for joining us and always good to have you back.
Thank you, Aaron. Good evening sa atin mga taga-subaybay ng Sinag Liga Asya DOJ Interagency Secretaries Cup. Very nice to be working again with you, Aaron, one of the up-and-coming sports broadcasters that we have today.
And you're gonna hear a lot more from Coach Anton during the game. Pero hindi lang kami ni Coach Anton yung mga kasama nyo ngayon, because also joining us on the sidelines, none other than our courtside reporter, Miss Flo Del Agua. So Miss Flo, after the long wait, finally, magkasama na tayong tatlo ni Coach Anton. So we hope you're as happy as we are for today.
Siyempre naman, I'm very happy to be with such reputable individuals at magandang gabi rin sa ating mga kasinag na nakasubaybay. Speaking of reputation, yan din mismo ang ipaglalaban ng mga kupunan natin mamaya. Tulad ng nasabi nyo, nahihirapan pa nga silang makakuha ng unang panalo dito sa ating tournament. So getting this first win today would mean a lot for their pride and reputation. Actually, marami pa akong kwento about dyan. Pero sa ngayon, balik muna sa inyo, gentlemen.
And thanks for that, Flo. Aabangan namin yung mga report mo throughout the game. But right now, let's move on to our social media pages at Facebook, at Instagram, at Sinag Liga Asya. Go ahead and hit that like and follow button before everything else. Pati na rin sa TikTok and YouTube at Sinag Liga TV to find all of our game lives and game coverages. Kaya naman, Coach Anton, pag-usapan natin yung team standings. Both of these teams are still winless in this tournament.
Looking at the team standings, you have 9 teams at the bottom half. You have the Redeemers and the Patriots sharing same records.
And both of these teams will get a win at the end of the game. Taking a look at the OSG Patriots, they want that win as bad as the PPA Redeemers. Who is going to do it? Kaya saktong-sakto naman. Our game story is to end the drought as both of these teams looking for their first victory, Coach.
And it is such a fitting thing to say, end the drought, summer na summer. Kailangan nga naman talaga makakuha ng unang panalo ng dalawang koponan na to.
And gonna be a very important game for both of these teams at 0-5 nga silang dalawa. Similar records for them and looking to get their first win in their tournament. Will it be the DOJ PPA Redeemers or the OSG Patriots? Kaya naman ibigay na natin yan kay Miss Flo Del Agua for an update here at our pregame.
Thanks again, gentlemen. Mga kasinag, alam nyo, hindi lang ang power duo ni na Aaron and Coach Anton ang matutunghayan nyo mamaya dahil may kanya-kanyang versions din ang mga koponan. Para sa PPA Redeemers, it is Joey Hernale and Michael Aribal. They have consistently led their team's offense and defense despite their previous consecutive losses. At ayon kasi sa kanila, sila din ang pinaka-experienced sa larangan ng basketball. On the flip side, sila JB Manalo at Kevin Manya naman ang mangungunang contributors para sa OSG Patriots. Pero wag daw tayong pakasiguro dahil meron silang mga magic bunot na may-witness din natin mamaya. Mga kasinag, are you ready? Sino kaya sa mga teams na ito ang mapapasabi ng Happy Thursday mamaya? And finally, end their drought. Let's find out all together coming up. The PPA Redeemers will test their skills against the OSG Patriots here at the Mandaluyong City College. Kaya naman, Ryan Pajaro, our game announcer, welcome back and let's start the ballgame.
Good evening, SRA fans! Live from the Mandaluyong City College of Science and Technology Gym in Mandaluyong City. It's the SLA DOJ Interagency Secretary's Cup presented by Sinag Liga Asya and the Department of Justice. Co-presented by Okada Manila, Hotel 101 Global, and Pancor. We're live on the social media platforms on Facebook at Sinag Liga Asya and also at TikTok and YouTube at Sinag Liga TV. Broadcast partners, Blast TV and Cable Link. This league is powered by Converge. Thursday doubleheader, first game featuring the Parole and Probation Administration Redeemers versus the Office of Solicitor General Patriots. And now, let's meet the starters first for your PPA Redeemers! Small forward, number 29, Thor Aribal. Power forward, number 26, Javi Lida. At center, number 55, Jeff Concepcion. Point guard, number 6, Joey Hernale. And at shooting guard, number 31, J.R. Lilio. Coaching the Redeemers is Jojo Hernandez. And now let's give it up for your Office of Solicitor General Patriots! Ball forward, number 10, Jerick Principe. Power forward, number 11, John Manalo. Center, number 77, Charles Virtudazo. Point guard, number 27, Aldan Avila. And then shooting guard number 23, Kevin Manya. Coaching the OSG Patriots is Roberto Tantiki. Assisted by Samuel Publico, Robel Castro, and Robel Gutierrez. Our officials for this first game are Crew Chief Bert Sisuga, Umpire 1 John Lisigas, Umpire 2 Andrew Fabelico.
And we take a look at the team starters. PPA goes with Hernale, Lilio, Concepcion, Aribal, and Pabelina. Meanwhile, OSG, they have Manya, Avila, Virtudazo, Principe, and Manalo. Once again, a good evening to all the basketball fans watching out there. This is the SLA DOJ Interagency Tournament. Once again, myself, Aaron D, alongside Coach Anton De Los Reyes as my analyst and Miss Flo Del Agua as our courtside reporter. And let's open it up, Coach. Taking a look at the OSG squad, they came off that loss. 72-87. Kaya naman, let's not beat around the bush. What do they need to win today?
Keys to winning for this game, they need to take care of the ball. In the last game, they had 25 turnovers. They also need to crash the offensive glass. Only 7 offensive rebounds. Lastly, they need to stay steady at the free throw line. That was the positive that they were able to take out of that ball game. 17 out of 22, 77% was the clip that they had from the free throw area.
And 2 players we need to talk about in that team, Coach. Manya and Manalo with some big numbers.
Oh, you did mention those 2 players. 31 points from Manya. From Manalo, they got 24 points. But I also want to focus on a couple of other players. That's Andrew Obuyes. 34 minutes, but only 3 points. And Aldan Avila, 19 minutes and did not score a basket. So definitely you need to get more help for those 2 players, Manya and Manalo, to be able to pull this one out.
And they're going to be looking at the scoring of those 2 guys to come up with the victory today. Kaya naman, sa kabilang panig naman, itong PPA squad also at 0-5. Like we mentioned, and they lost against the LRA Titulados in a blowout, 53-85.
Keys to winning for the PPA squad: shoot better from the 3-point area. In that last game, they only shot 1 out of 14. That's 7% more help for Hernale and Lilio. 18 points and 14 points apiece. You gotta give more, yung tulong pagdating sa opensa. And lastly, continue taking care of the ball. This is that lone positive in that ball game. Only 17 turnovers for them.
And Coach Anton in that last game, just like the OSG Patriots, dalawa ang gumawa doon, Manya and Manalo. On the other end for PPA, it was Hernale and Lilio. But this time around, they have Aribal, the big man. Pero for the meantime, ibigay muna natin kay Miss Flo Del Agua for an update on Coach Jojo Hernale of PPA.
Winless man ang PPA Redeemers sa liga natin ngayong taon. Kwento sa akin ni Head Coach Jojo Hernale, more than 10 years ago pa kasi noong huling nag-field ang PPA ng isang basketball team sa actual na tournament. In fact, ang kapatid ni Coach Jojo na si Sir Joey Hernale na lang ang na-retain na player mula sa kanilang lineup more than a decade ago. Dahil dyan, rebuilding phase pa talaga itong kupunan. So despite their previous losses, they take every chance to learn their lessons and grow from all of them. Back to you guys.
And thanks for that, Flo. Itong si Joey Hernale nga at 57 years old. Still playing 40 minutes of basketball, doing everything on the court. And I thought this guy beside me was amazing already at 46 years old, doing the things he does on the court. But meron pa palang next level kay Hernale.
Well, of course, si Sir Joey Hernale, 57, no easy feat to play 40 minutes. That's shades of LeBron James, no? Yung hindi natatalo ni Father Time, if I may say so. But thank you for that compliment, Aaron.
They get it in the corner, and OSG hitting the 3. Principe hits it from deep. The score right now, 5-0. PPA still has yet to score. Aribel gives it, Lilio. They can't hit it. Takbuhan dito for OSG. And the open court, he bounces it inside. Could have taken it on his own, but instead gave it to his teammate, and nonetheless, it's still a foul.
Sharing is caring, being shown here by the Office of the Solicitor General. And this is what I like to see. Early on, you want to be able to push the pace. That way you'll get more points. You'll be able to get more possessions in this ball game.
And right now on the line, Kevin Manya, 31 points in their last game. A big performance from him from the offensive end, and even shot it at 52.4% in that game.
Now that's the epitome of efficiency, I should say. 31 points, 50% shooting, man, that's tough.
PPA still looking for their first bucket. Aribal catches in the middle, loses it on the way up. And a 3-second violation called on the Redeemers.
You got to be able to get out of that shaded area. Otherwise, you're going to be called for that violation. 3 seconds.
As PPA Redeemers want to talk things over, the score 6-0 with 6 minutes and 28 in this opening period. Back after that timeout, the score 6-0. The OSG Patriots at 6. Open shooter on the right side. They get it to go once again. Principe, his second three-pointer.
Wide open was Principe on that right corner. You got to be able to close out on defense.
Aribal on that left side. Up top, Hernale. Tries to bounce it. It's a turnover. Here come the Patriots in transition. Long strides. Lilio gets it. Here comes Hernale, leading the break. Fakes the pass, but it's too strong. Concepcion to Aribal. Basket and one.
Well, prior to that offensive rebound and that putback, Concepcion holding on to his mouth.
And that's the lakas grab of the quarter, brought to you by Fulitech. Fulitech Innovative Advertising. And finally, after about 4 minutes, the PPA Redeemers getting their first score of the game.
And that was courtesy of an offensive rebound. That's something that you want to be able to see more of from them, crashing those boards.
Principe already 6 points, gives it to Avila. This time he hits the three.
Hand down, man down. You got to be able to close out. You got to play better defense than that. It seems like they're giving those 3-point shots, and early those shots are falling para dito sa Patriots.
Aribal in the middle, lobs it up inside. Concepcion receives. Lilio, one more chance. PPA just struggling to hit the mark right now. Avila, he's running, gives it to the left side. And the foul is called.
There was a bump on that drive.
Number 6,
and some substitutions coming in for both teams.
Good foul to give. They're not in the penalty. That was to stop that fast break. And that foul was just downstairs, so no free throws.
Manya receives. Offensive board. And to the free throw line is Mario Labastida.
So early on, we're seeing offensive rebounding from the Office of the Solicitor General. We talked about it at the top of the broadcast. One of their keys to winning is to be able to get those offensive rebounds.
(13-2) is the score. We've got 4 minutes and 43 seconds in this first quarter. Lilio has it for the Redeemers. It's been that Batman and Robin show for him and Hernale. They tried to get it underneath, but it's deflected.
Great active hands para dito sa Patriots to be able to bother that pass.
Lilio receives and shoots it.
Right when we thought he was gonna fumble and kick that ball out, he turns around, gets that short jumper to fall.
Another open three. And that's another hit. Principe, 3 3-pointers in this first quarter.
You mentioned it, 3 3-pointers. Those 3-pointers falling early para dito sa Patriots.
And when are they gonna realize they've gotta put someone in front of Principe? Hernale, tough shot, it's good.
It gets that bump, the contact, absorbs it, still able to put up that shot. Amazing 57-year-old.
Inside attack, it's good. Labastida first 2 points of this game.
Right back at you, says Labastida for that 2-pointer inside.
18-6 is the score. Hernale throws it out. Nazareno. That's a foul called on Labastida.
I was never a fan of those reach-ins. Talking about Labastida's foul.
Let's take a look at the lakas play of the quarter brought to you by Pagcor. Labastida on the inside. Hernale fakes it and then shoots it. It's nothing. OSG, they're running. Give it up. Open layup, it's good. Kevin Manya once again.
Great pass, great transition offense being shown by the Patriots early.
And a big lead, Coach Anton, 20-6 already. Hernale driving in, leaves it for Lilio. And a turnover once again. PPA, they're just struggling to find the open shot or that shot that they want in the half court.
Still trying to gain their traction or gain traction in this ball game. Talking about ang PPA Redeemers. But you also gotta give credit to the defense nitong Patriots.
And speaking of defense, Aribal gets the steal, takes it coast to coast and finishes with the finger roll. Finally, Aribal getting the steal and going in transition. Kaya naman the score is 20-8. Still a lot of time for this team and finally getting the rhythm. Coach, tingnan natin. PPA losing to LRA in their last one. It was a crushing defeat for them.
Crushing indeed it was. LRA shot 44%, grabbed 64 rebounds, 60 points in the paint, 24 second chance points, and 32 bench points compared to dito sa PPA Redeemers. Only 37 rebounds, 38 points in the paint, 6 second chance points, and 13 bench points.
Pero tingnan natin the lakas move of the quarter brought to you by Pagcor and Coach Anton. PPA, they were just out-muscled, out-rebounded, and out-hustled underneath during that game.
Well, every statistical category, you saw their LRA dealing that defeat. That was a huge deficit, almost 32 points. If my math serves me right, that was a 53-85 defeat.
And you mentioned OSG, one of their keys to winning offensive boards, rebounds. Looks like they're going to be trying to take advantage of that today against PPA.
That's something that they need to do to be able to pull this one out and get that first win in our tournament.
Manya holds the pivot and scores on the inside.
I like what the Patriots are doing. They're running every chance and every opportunity that they have. And also their three-point shooting, impeccable in today's game.
Meanwhile, it's a foul called underneath. Sir Birion is fouled and is heading to the line. Take a look at this one more time. The lakas assist of the quarter brought to you by Hotel 101 Global. Kevin Manya staying with the pivot and scoring.
But over on the other side, PPA, nice up fake to get his defender up in the air and then getting that foul. Talking about Sir Birion.
Sir Birion, no? Yung first name ni...
Boss na boss.
Boss
na boss eh, diba? Sure.
Inside, mid-range jumper, it's good. That's Joe Anthony Agaw.
And you see the offense of the Patriots mixing it up. Three-point shooting, mid-range game, running game. They've done it all in this first quarter.
Another steal. Takbuhan dito for OSG. Oh, look at that hang time. Just can't get it to drop. Hernale receives. Attacks the middle. That's a tough one. And it's in.
No matter. Joey Hernale absorbing again that contact. Able to put it in the hoop.
OSG, they want to answer back. Driving baseline, puts it up. That's off. Offensive board. And definitely a foul called on the interior. Kaya naman a happy birthday to Coach EJ File, one of SLA's top officials. So happy birthday po sa inyo, Coach EJ. As we check out the lakas moment of the quarter, brought to you by Pagcor. Joey Hernale once again scoring and putting his team on his back.
That's 57 years young. I wonder if I'm still going to be playing at 57.
That's about an 11-year difference, Coach.
Exactly. I mean, I'm already feeling the aches and pains of playing hoops with the young ones like yourself.
It's crazy to imagine that Hernale can still play 40 minutes.
And that's pretty sure a testament to having no vices, eating correctly, getting enough rest.
Forward pass, Aribal. One more steal. Joey has it. Sizing up Labastida, in and out. And draws the foul. Hernale with a real veteran's move on that drive.
Getting that foul. I was on Labastida. Great defense by Jay Mercado underneath, but sumabit nga lang si Labastida up top.
And talking about Joey Hernale, the longest tenured player of the PPA Redeemers, nabanggit nga niya na 15 years ago in that last DOJ tournament, nandun na siya. And up till now, he's still playing for them and doing a good job.
And he was also telling a story about one of the coaches of the teams here. Sinabi sa kanya, oh, ako nagko-coach na, ikaw naglalaro pa rin, grabe.
Tama si Lucio Guevara, no? Of
Yun,
the Bucor squad.
Bucor, yan.
Drive inside, puts up the two. That's a miss. Here come the Redeemers in transition. Forward, Hernale. Can't get it to drop. And at the end of our opening period, the score, 25-12. It's the OSG Patriots in full control. Kaya naman, let's take a look at the first quarter highlights. Coach,
you saw there, starting early, hitting those three-pointers. 3 3-pointers in this ball game. Starting late though, Joey Hernale trying to bring his team back, carrying them on their back. But this time, fast break attack ng Redeemers, countered here by the Patriots. We saw it all. 3-pointers, mid-range jumpers, fast break points. That's why they're up.
And it's a 13-point lead by the OSG Patriots at the end of our first 10 minutes.
You are still watching the SLA DOJ Interagency Secretaries Cup kung saan itong OSG Patriots ay sinusubukang makalusot dito sa PPA Redeemers. Simple lang naman daw ang gustong makita ni JB Manalo ng OSG Patriots mula sa kanyang teammates at ito yung pagiging maingat sa bola. Ika niya yung sariling turnovers daw kasi nila ang humihila sa kanila pababa in those previous losses. Kaya naman coming into this match, his only advice to his teammates is maging gigil sa panalo at hindi maging gigil sa paglalaro. Ano nga bang difference ng dalawa na yan? What do you think, Aaron and Coach Anton?
Coach Anton, what do you think about that?
Well, you gotta want to win more. The desire to win has got to be there rather than the play, the game.
And we take a look at the first quarter field goals, Coach Anton.
So you see here, 5 out of 16, 31% para dito sa Redeemers. Para sa kabila naman, ang Patriots, 9 out of 17, 52%.
And that's been a usual trend that we see from this PPA squad as Hernale banking it off the glass. They usually start slow. They get the rhythm in the latter part of the game. Second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. And it looks like they're going to be trying again, but Manya drills it from deep.
Other ideas, Manya getting that three-pointer, not allowing the Redeemers to come close.
Hernale whips it out. Lilio for the three. That's off to the right. Avilas leading the break. Gives it. Bounce pass. Manya receives. Gets that ball stripped. Stolen by Lilio. PPA just not connecting on the pass. Quick cross.
A wasted opportunity para dito sa Redeemers. They had two players that were already at their front court. All they needed or all they were waiting for was that outlet pass. But instead of an outlet pass, there was a turnover. And Jay Mercado getting that steal, getting fouled in the process. Now at the line, missing his first.
And the OSG Patriots clearly seeing they have an advantage in the fast break. Every chance they get, they're pushing it up transition.
Again, we mentioned that in the first quarter. That's what we want to see. Every chance you get, you push the pace because that gives you more possessions in this ball game.
Right now, the score 31-14 with 8 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Kaya naman, ibigay na natin yan kay Miss Flo Del Agua. For some information on Jonathan Lilio Jr. Go ahead, Flo.
When he's not on the court, J.R. Lilio is a senior probations officer sa PPA. He shared with me that he's been through several life-changing situations kung saan he becomes the bridge for former PDLs to reunite with their families. J.R. hopes that he could also serve the same purpose dito sa Redeemers ngayong araw at maging tulay para malasap ng kanyang teammates iyong unang panalo. At tulad na lang ng kanyang trabaho, doing his role on the court would probably give brand new chances para sa kanila dito sa ating tournament. Your comments, Aaron and Coach Anton.
Thanks for that, Flo. Itong si Jonathan Lilio nga playing a big role for the PPA Redeemers on and off the court in his last game. 14 points for him, 6 rebounds and 3 steals. Really trying to help his team in that game, but they did come up with the loss as a timeout is called. 31-14 is the score with 7:47 in this second quarter. Let's check this out. OSG in their last one, losing to NBI 72-87. It was a third quarter meltdown.
That was a great game. Like what you mentioned, third quarter meltdown, OSG scoring 13 points in that quarter. NBI running away with 30 points, 26 points in the paint for the Patriots, 48 for the sharpshooters. Second chance points, 9 from the Patriots, habang 17 naman para sa NBI. 18 points from turnovers from OSG, 34 from the NBI sharpshooters, 16 fast break points, and look at this, 35 from the sharpshooters.
And what a tough loss galing dun sa OSG Patriots. Almost getting that win over NBI pa, Coach. We've seen them play. That's a big team, no? Magaling yung mga players nila.
Big fish. Kumbaga, alam naman natin, nang namamayagpag dyan is Sweet Lou Abad.
They get it inside, but it's a turnover once again for the Redeemers. Kaya naman, we would like to give the chance to thank Congressman Neptali Boyet Gonzales dito sa Mandaluyong City, as well as Sir Ben Abalos or Mayor Ben Abalos, Vice Mayor Menchi Abalos, Dr. Ariel Bartolato, Ma'am Lori Bernardo, and Kapitan Don Bon Francisco of Barangay Namayan. So maraming salamat po sa lahat dyan as we're live here at the Mandaluyong City College.
While you were giving those greetings out, on offensive rebound by J.R. Lilio, not afraid to take it inside among the big boys and getting an offensive rebound in the process. May extra shot.
With a reload right there.
Oo, parang mamadali si JR Lilio.
And Lilio has a knack for making tough shots. But he can't get that second free throw to drop. It's going to stay with the Redeemers.
That's quite ironic when you think about it. You're able to make those or take those, take and make those difficult shots. Pero yung sa free throw na walang bantay, hindi mo na shoot.
No? Lilio really trying to make those difficult shots in that last game as Avila has it. Up top, they slow it down. 6 minutes and 24 seconds. And a misstep is called.
Bit hesitant on his move. Inside.
That was
was
John
Manalo.
Bernard Manalo.
Yep.
Fortich gives it up, Aribal. Ibanez all alone. Tries to bank it off the glass. But Manalo steps out of bounds.
I thought there was a push, a lot of contact there from Aribal, but our referee saw otherwise. Running out of real estate was
Fortich
Manalo.
puts up the three and puts it in.
First three-pointer courtesy of Eugene Fortich para dito sa Redeemers.
And Eugene Fortich had 5 points in their last one with 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Corner, give it up to the middle. Aribal gets the steal. Here they come running in transition. Lilio was ahead, but a dribbling violation called on JC Voluntad.
Sorry, turnover there for Voluntad. 3 players from the Redeemers all alone in the front court. Just could not control that leather.
And that would have been big for them. 3-pointer and then a fast break attack, but this time it's a steal by Lilio. He's leading the break, takes it on his own and scores for the Redeemers.
Making up for that earlier turnover, JC Voluntad giving a screen to JR Lilio.
Avila maneuvering through the defense. Manalo offensive board. Numbers in the favor of OSG. Avila one-hander. They try it inside once again, but it's going to be on the ground.
Well, there you go. Offensive rebounding. Working wonders para dito sa Patriots.
And let's check out the lakas drive of the quarter brought to you by Hotel 101 Global. It's Jonathan Lilio with the fast break attack and the score. They've got 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hounded outside. Give it up, Vertudazo. Rebounded by Principe, and he puts it back in.
Skying high, Principe for that offensive rebound and the stick back.
Lilio, early offense for them. But once again, Voluntad can't corral the pass.
Butterfingers for JC Voluntad. Nice pass from JR Lilio.
And tingnan natin the lakas grab of the quarter brought to you by Fullytech Innovative Advertising. That was Principe showing us it's not just the three-pointers, it's also the hustle points. But an offensive foul called on Kevin Manya.
That was off of that ball screen, trying to get his teammate open.
And a timeout going to be called by the OSG Patriots. Their team is up big time right now with 3 minutes and 44 in this second quarter. Looking at Jonathan Lilio versus the LR80 Tulados with 14 points, 6 assists, and 3 steals for him. Also in this game, looking to get his rhythm early.
Jonathan Lilio, for now, 4 points, 3 rebounds.
And he's been doing it on the fast break attacks para kay Lilio. And actually, this PBA squad starting to get the rhythm on the offensive end in the second quarter.
Well, things haven't come easy for J.R. Lilio. I just want to go back to that because, again, he's one of their main gunners. And whenever one of your main guys is having a difficult time, no doubt, other players have to step up.
Aribal, no look. Fortich, open three. Book it.
As a second three-pointer for Eugene Fortich. One at the right wing, now at the left wing. Nice pass by Aribal.
Fortich already with 6 points in this game. Manalo on that left side. Kevin Manya, 8 seconds on the shot clock. He attacks against 2 and draws the foul.
How about that hang time move? Parang nagkape pa sa ere dun eh.
I don't know what was better, that in and out cross or that float in the air from Kevin Manya.
I like that hang time move that he just made or did to get that foul. Not every day that you see that, and how fitting. Number 23, look at that.
Could it be reminiscent of you-know-who?
Are you a big Michael Jordan fan, Aaron?
More of a LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron.
I would like to say LeBron is the GOAT.
LeBron.
Pero yun yung sa generation ko, coach eh.
I gotta agree with you on that though. I'm more of a LeBron fan than a Michael Jordan fan.
Lilio tries for the tough shot. They fight for it. And a kick, it's gonna stay with PPA. We've got 2 minutes and 40 seconds in the second quarter. 37-22 is the score. Lamang pa rin dito ang OSG. Lilio puts up the 3. Rebounded by OSG. Manalo's running. He gets an easy one.
Again, I gotta love this. I gotta say this. That running game, that fast break opportunities whenever it's there and it presents itself. The Patriots taking advantage of that.
And back to a 39-22 game. Fortich takes 2 dribbles in and hits the jumper. Eugene Fortich.
Great move. We know that he was able to knock down those 3-pointers, but this time going with that up fake, going that 1 dribble pull-up, gets the foul from his defender.
Tingnan natin one more time the lakas shot of the quarter. Brought to you by Okada Manila. Eugene Fortich with the shooting touch this game. Pero yun nga lang, can't make the free throw. Lilio. Here come the OSG Patriots. A late pass. And a travel. Pagdilaw didn't see his teammate all alone on the other end.
Sometimes it's good when the ball is loose, just pick it up first and then look up and then throw that outlet pass. If there's nothing, then you can go ahead and dribble.
Mid-range jumper, it's short. Rebounded by Aribal. Muscling inside plus the foul. Aribal.
And muscling his way is the right term for that move. Aribal imposing his will to be able to get inside.
The lakas move of the quarter brought to you by Pagcor. Michael Joseph Aribal bulldozing his way inside. Agaw boards it, Manalo has it. 13-point lead by the OSG Patriots. Manya driving left with the footwork. What a tough finish.
Contrachempo, wrong foot, using his right, taking off with his left. What a thing of beauty from number 23.
Saktong 1 minuto ang natitira dito. Lilio shoots the 3. That's too strong.
Jay Mercado already had that ball, just lost it while he was up in the air.
Inbound. Up top, Fortich. Out to Aribal. Back to Fortich. Shoots the 3. That's off. And that's a good look para kay Eugene Fortich. Open look for him.
And you can't fault Aribal for giving that pass because Eugene Fortich has hit 2 3-pointers already in this ball game.
35 seconds in the second quarter. Manya, double team. Back to Manalo. They give it to Agaw. Loses the ball on the way up. Fortich, they're pushing. 3-on-2 fast break. Eugene gives it up. Ibanez to Lilio. And they get the foul called. Lilio is going to head to the line for two.
You see there are referees acting out the foul. It was a hip check. It was clean up top. Nakataas nga naman yung kamay niya. Pero syempre sa baba, when you move your hip, that cylinder, you lose that. And they're gonna call those fouls, talking about our officials, our referees in this ballgame.
And Jonathan Lilio trying to lead the comeback for the PPA Redeemers. 14 seconds in the second quarter. Mercado gives it up. Manalo to bring it down. Bounce it. Agaw. That's too strong. Offensive board. One more chance and they get it to go. Pagdilaw. 1 second left. Fortich. That's a miss para kay Eugene Fortich. At the end of our first 20 minutes of action, the score 43-28 in favor of the OSG Patriots and Coach Anton. One thing I want to ask, what does this PPA team need to do to try and come back dito?
Well, they gotta be able to cut or make those baskets and cut that fast break from OSG.
But right now, let's give it over to Miss Flo Del Agua for the interview with the first half leading scorer.
Thanks, Aaron and Coach Anton. Mga kasinag, first half pa lang, naka 14 points, 4 rebounds and 2 assists na kaagad si Jeric Principe ng OSG Patriots at siya ang ating leading scorer sa half. Magandang gabi sa iyo, Sir Jeric. Tulad na lang ng nasabi ko kanina, kapag sinabing OSG Patriots, it is always JB Manalo and Kevin Manya. Pero ngayon na ikaw ang nasa tabi ko ngayon, ito na ba ang simula ng pag-step up ng team ng OSG?
Actually, tinutulungan lang namin si Manya and si Manalo. Lalo ngayon kulang kami, wala si Ubuyes and Paderna. So, tulong-tulong lang kami lahat sa team.
Sa napapansin nyo nga sa scoreboard ngayon, Sir Jeric, napakalaki ng lamang ng inyong koponan sa inyong opponents. Maganda ba ang gising ng mga teammates mo kanina at inasahan nyo ba na magiging ganito ang performance nyo for today?
Oo, maganda gising. Saka masarap yung merienda namin sa office kanina.
Maraming salamat at good luck papasok ng second half. That's our leading scorer. Back to you, gentlemen.
And Jeric Principe with 14 points already in this game. Kaya naman, tingnan natin our second quarter highlights, Coach Anton.
Again, Principe getting those points off of those fast breaks, off of those offensive rebounds. Eugene Fortich getting those three-pointers as well, trying to gain some headway, pero just too much itong Patriots in this ball game.
And Principe leading the way for his team. The score 43-28 at the end of our first half of action.
The wait is over.
The most awaited PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025 officially begins. Show us the roads, bridges, air and seaports, green energy, and technology that shape our economy. This contest is open to all Filipino photographers, professionals, and amateurs aged 16 and above. Big prizes to be given away.
100,000 pesos each for conventional category. 50,000 pesos each for mobile category. 50,000 pesos each for the drone category.
Photos must be taken anywhere in the Philippines from September 17th, 2024 to July 31st, 2025. Submission period is from February 1st to July 31st, 2025. This is your chance to showcase your skill by featuring Philippine infrastructure for economic development. For more info, visit www.pagcor.ph/photocon 2025 or call 02-852-11542, local 1529 or 1530. Be updated. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram. Your shot, our future. PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025.
Escaping from the defense of Slasher.
And that wakes up the crowd.
Defensively, everybody got your back. I really want you guys to talk there. Understood? We talk on defense, we keep it loud. We know each other have a back. On the rebound, everybody on the board. All right, everybody on the board. Amen. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
J Project Clothing Shop, premium fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, premium fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
The wait is over.
The most awaited PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025 officially begins. Show us the roads, bridges, air and seaports, green energy, and technology that shape our economy. This contest is open to all Filipino photographers, professionals, and amateurs aged 16 and above. Big prizes to be given away.
100,000 pesos each for conventional category. 50,000 pesos each for mobile category. 50,000 pesos each for the drone category.
Photos must be taken anywhere in the Philippines from September 17th, 2024 to July 31st, 2025. Submission period is from February 1st to July 31st, 2025. This is your chance to showcase your skill by featuring Philippine infrastructure for economic development. For more info, visit www.pagcor.ph/photocon2025 or call 02-852-11542, local 1529 or 1530. Be updated. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram. Your shot, our future. PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025.
Para makinig anong gagawin, di ba? Sabi nga ni... Back-to-back hits now for him. Kailangan niya na marami pang ganyan. Dito may kita dahil sa engage nito. Hindi ba sila magaling dito? One more or no more. Kapit sa mga Sinag.
Sobrang bilis ba? Yan ang bilis ng FiberX. Yan ang internet.
The wait is over.
The most awaited PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025 officially begins. Show us the roads, bridges, air and seaports, green energy, and technology that shape our economy. This contest is open to all Filipino photographers, professionals, and amateurs aged 16 and above. Big prizes to be given away.
100,000 pesos each for conventional category. 50,000 pesos each for mobile category. 50,000 pesos each for the drone category.
Photos must be taken anywhere in the Philippines from September 17th, 2024 to July 31st, 2025. Submission period is from February 1st to July 31st, 2025. This is your chance to showcase your skill by featuring Philippine infrastructure for economic development. For more info, visit www.pagcor.ph/photocon2025 or call 02-852-11542, local 1529 or 1530. Be updated. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram. Your shot, our future. Pagcor Photography Contest 2025.
Magandang gabi muli mga kasinag. Flo del Agua here at the half kung saan sinamahan ako ng very young at napakasisipag na players ng dalawang kupunan. Assistant Regional Director ng PPA, Sir Joey Hernale, and the playing head coach of the OSG Patriots, Coach Al Takiki. Magandang gabi po sa inyong dalawa and thank you so much for joining me here. Unahin ko na po kayo, Sir Joey. Pag sinesearch po kasi ang PPA sa Google, ibang office po ang lumalabas pero trabaho po namin dito sa SLA DOJ na ipakilala ang mga kuponan namin na naglalaro. So this is your chance, Sir Joey, na ilahad sa ating mga kasinag ang mga programa ng Parole and Provisions Administration sa ating basketball fans.
Salamat po para maklear natin. Kasi pag sinabing PPA, it's another agency ang unang papasok. Pag PPA, Parole and Probation Administration, we have three major functions: investigation, supervision, and rehabilitation. Sa investigation, binibigyan kami ng court ng referrals para malaman natin, ina-assess namin, tinutulungan namin ng korte kung pwede silang pumasok sa subuklayan. May criteria ito. This is for first-time offender. Pag nag-grant po yan, isusupervise po natin yan, imo-monitor po ng ating mga probation officers ito. And sa rehabilitation, we have new programs. Ito yung sa namin, i-classify namin dun sa criminogenic category, kung high risk, low risk, yung medium risk. Ang mga programa namin dito ngayon is Hulagpos. This is for dun sa drug cases namin. We also have the eye care, and ito yung LEAP, para dun sa tawag dito, para magkaroon sila ng skills and trabaho, yung makapagtrabaho sila. Kasi dapat ang approach namin is holistic in nature. Sabi nga natin nung una, we give second chances, and ito talaga, sabi sa'yo, nire-repackage natin itong mga tao na to para mapabuti sila, and yung reintegration nila sa society, kailangan yan. Part kami ng rehabilitation pillars ng ng community. Nasa community kami, sa rehabilitation community rehab, doon sa criminal justice system natin. Salamat po.
Very well said from our Assistant Regional Director. Laking pasalamat nga namin, Sir Joey, na sumali po kayo dito sa unang season namin ng SLA DOJ at nakilala lalo ng ating fellow Filipinos ang ginagawa ng PPA. But speaking of another season, balita ko po, meron pang isang interagency tournament na mangyayari maybe sometime this year. So maaasahan po ba namin na babalik na stronger and bolder ang PPA Redeemers?
Given a chance, ayun ang nga namin. Sabi nga natin, first time na buo yung team in a long while kasi ang last namin was matagal na talaga doon sa interagency. And ang promise nga namin dito, we'll find players, magkakaroon kami ng may upcoming kaming mga sports fest, and we would ask yung mga regional directors to help us para makapagpasok kami ng competitive team next time. Talagang God willing, gusto rin talaga namin sumali next season.
We're very glad to hear that at baka pang championship na po ang ipi-field nyo next season. Kaya naman, batiin nyo naman po at pasalamatan ng mga sumusuporta sa PPA Redeemers, Sir Joey.
Ang nga namin, pasalamat kami sa administrator namin, si Atty. Benito Jr., sa aming regional director, Lucy Ninetroas, and doon talaga sa sumusuporta sa amin, the men and women of the probation office. Kita nyo, sa probation administration, kada laro namin, nandirito sila. Yung suporta nila, and to our family, salamat sa inyo sa suporta. Ang nga natin dito, mas masarap sama-sama. And napakagandang avenue ito. We meet new friends. Kasi ang natin dito, napakasaya na one family, one DOJ, ayun ang pinaka-importante po.
Salamat po sa inyo, Sir Joey, at salamat din sa PPA officers na nandito sa Mandaluyong City College. Pero dumako naman tayo dito sa kabilang banda ng court. Medyo matagal siyang naghintay pero handang-handa yan. Playing head coach Al Takiki ng OSG Patriots. Coach Al, kanina sinabi po ni Sir Joey yung efforts ng kanilang administration outside of the court. Pero ang gusto ko pong tanongin sa inyo, ano po ba yung efforts naman ng OSG Patriots inside the court kaninang first half na gusto nyo pang mapakita sa second half?
Yun nga, mas kailangan yung aggressive defense nila, dagdagan nila. So yung the first game nila talagang napaka-lousy ng mga defense, ganon. So bilang coach nila, for acting coach kasi may coach kami na ano. So, mas ahead ako sa kanila. Yung experience ko, ina-apply ko sa kanila na much better, much longer na kailangan meron sila talagang aggressiveness. Number one is aggressiveness kahit na hindi ka ganun ka-competitive. Yeah, kailangan natin ng ganung attitude. Say like Hinebra, never say die. Kahit sabi mo, lahat ng game namin is lose pero okay naman ang nangyayari kasi yun talaga ang nakakayanan ng bawat player. So, sinasabi ko nga kasi for the first time, ngayon lang uli nagkaroon ng player ang OSG to compete in the DOJ Interlaw. So, sila ngayon yung mga bagong rooster. So, as of now, hindi sila magkakakilala. Ngayon lang nila nakikita ang bawat isa. So, pagbalik niyan, next season, in God's will, no? DOJ will come again. Mas maayos na siguro kasi magkakaroon sila ng combination na teamwork.
Maraming salamat po, Coach Al, at salamat din for taking the responsibility of being their acting head coach today na mala Game 7 pala ng PBA ang intensity nyo. Kayo naman po, batiin nyo po at pasalamatan ng mga sumusuporta sa OSG Patriots.
Unang-una, syempre sa aming Office of Solicitor General, kay Sergeant Guevara, and then the all ASG Justice, lawyer ng Office of Solicitor General. They can believe that mananalo kami for the first time. Kahit na, bagay, talagang china-challenge namin, nandun talaga yung chance namin manalo. Hindi nawawala yon kasi habang naglalaro, kailangan meron kang naniniwala na mananalo tayo. Sabi ko gano'n. Kaya maraming salamat sa mga suporta po ng mga ka-employee namin, lahat, mga justices. Thank you very much po sa lahat. Lalo na sa Sinag Liga Asya, nagkaroon kami ng chance na makapaglaro at nako-coverage pa. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po, Coach Al. At sa'yo rin po, Sir Joey, aabangan natin ang performance nila sa second half. Pero para sa mga basketball fans natin na hindi napanood ang first half, don't worry dahil i-discuss yan ng aking mga partners sa panel. Aaron and Coach Anton, take it away.
And thanks for that flow. At the end of our first half, the score 43-28. The OSG Patriots up big time at the end of that first half. Tingnan natin the Hotel 101 Global halftime highlights. Coach Anton, take it away.
Starting it out, nung first quarter pa lang, hot 3-point shooting ang pinamalas nitong OSG Patriots. Sinabayan pa yan ng kanilang fast break game. Yun ang magandang nakita natin. Habang sa kabila naman, ang PPA Redeemers, bumawi naman. Nakadalawang 3-pointers courtesy of Eugene Fortich.
Kaya naman, let's check out the halftime stats. Coach, tell us more about what happened during that first half.
So, parole and probation administration, 32% field goals ang OSG, 50%, 21 rebounds for PPA, 25 for OSG, 5 assists for PPA, 12 for OSG, 10 bench points ang PPA, 8 naman or 8 for the OSG.
Tingnan natin the leading scorers of that first half.
You've got Eugene Fortich para dito sa PPA, 8. Hernale with 6, Aribal with 6, Lilio with 6. Sa kabila naman, Principe with 14, Kevin Manya with 14 as well, Avila with 3, Labastida with 3.
And ayun yung mga leading scorers natin. But right now, let's talk about the Junior World Showcase happening in Cagayan de Oro. Kaya naman, watch the world play this coming July 5 to 12, 2025 as the SLA Junior World Showcase goes to the city of Golden Friendship in Cagayan de Oro in Mindanao. 40-plus teams will compete during that week-long tournament. Teams from the USA, Canada, UAE, and the Philippines are all coming together in that tournament. Kaya naman, we would like to thank Mayor Clarix Uy, Congressman Kikang Uy, the city government of Cagayan de Oro, the city sports and city tourism of CDO for hosting this first ever international tournament in Mindanao, which is the SLA Junior World Showcase. In that photo earlier, it was Mayor Clarix Uy of Cagayan de Oro, SLA Chairman Rocky Chan, City Administrator Roy Raagas, City Tourism and Sports officials. President Ray Ala was also there, pati na rin si Deputy Commissioner EJ File during their visit to CDO yesterday. Kaya naman, let's give another greeting once again. Happy birthday to Coach EJ File. Right now, they're having a game in the MPBL, the Mindoro squad. going up against San Juan. Kaya good luck na rin to that Mindoro team playing right now.
That's definitely something we're gonna look forward to. The Junior World Showcase sa CDO pa yan. Nakapunta ka na ba ng Cagayan de Oro?
Di pa, Coach Anton? And could we see Coach Anton de los Reyes in CDO? Yan ang mga aabangan natin, no? But we shift our attention to the game at hand. It's the OSG Patriots versus the PPA Redeemers. This is the second half of action. 43-28 is the score. Third quarter just having begun dito. Aaron D, joined by Coach Anton de los Reyes and Miss Flo Del Agua on the sidelines. And both of these teams are at 0-5. The same records para sa kanila and looking to get their first win at the end of this game. One is still going to be winless while the other is finally going to get that first win they've been hoping for all tournament long. The inside attack, and it's a foul called.
2 quick fouls para dito sa Patriots early on. Just 30 seconds gone by and they're already at 2 team fouls.
And Ibanez heading to the line for the PPA Redeemers. Coach Anton, in that first quarter, we saw OSG. They got all the looks they wanted from the three-point line. Itong si Principe hit 3 3-pointers in that first quarter immediately. It was just too easy for them.
Hand down, man down. That's what we mentioned. You gotta close out. You have to make sure that you're going to at least try to bother that shot of your opponent. Kahit hindi mo naman blanka, basta magulo mo lang yung attempt na yon, sapat na yon.
And PPA playing a 1-2-2 zone against OSG. Let's see if their shooters are going to get open once again. Manalo has it. Shot clock is winding down. 7 seconds. Turnover on the Patriots. Aribal forward pass. They tried to find Lilio and a touchdown.
A great court vision by Michael Aribal, finding J.R. Lilio underneath. That 1-2-2 defense starting to do things or making things happen para dito sa Redeemers.
That's the wrong guy to leave open. Luckily, he does miss. Aribal full head of steam down the court, gives it up. Lilio puts it in.
And now it's their turn to run the floor. Talking about itong Redeemers looking to redeem themselves here in the third quarter.
And now it's down to just an 11-point ball game for PPA. Avila has it against Hernale. Gives it Principe. 7 seconds on the shot clock. He goes for the spin. Avila's gotta shoot it. That's short. They get the offensive board. Put back. No good, but Manalo on the third serving.
And there you go. Offensive rebounds. We were talking about this at the top of our broadcast. Itong OSG did not have a lot of offensive rebounds in their last game, but this time they already have 9. So topping that 7 that they had the whole ball game last time.
Fortich puts in the 3.
That's Eugene Fortich. That's his third three-pointer here in the ball game. First one here in the third.
And it's down to a 10-point game. Manalo, give it up. Manya, put it in.
That's a quick 10-2 run.
And let's take a look at the lakas move of the quarter. Brought to you by Pagcor. That was Kevin Manya receiving the pass off the cut and finishing. Kaya naman, let's turn it over to our courtside reporter, Miss Flo Del Agua, for a short report.
Dahil nga recovering pa siya from his groin injury, Kevin Manya of OSG can only give 85% of his talent today. Gayunpaman, he told me earlier he's been injured many times in his career, so adjusting to pain is not uncharted territory para sa kanya. Isa nga lang daw ang gusto niyang gawin while waiting to be in perfect condition, and that is to involve his teammates in the things his body cannot yet do. Your thoughts, Aaron and Coach Anton?
And I think that just begs the question, what would Kevin Manya produce if he's in full health, no?
And when you think about it, what he said Just goes to show that there are other facets in basketball, not just scoring. You can also get those rebounds, pass the ball, make your teammates look good. And that's what he wants to do in this ball game.
But it looks like Michael Aribal, Coach Anton, he's fouled out. What a big blow.
That's something we overlooked, that he was already playing with 4 personal fouls.
And PPA already coming in close. 10 points after that Fortich 3. This time, they lose their big man Fortich in transition. Rebounded. Ibanez, double clutch. That's way off. Here comes Manya. Stepping on the gas and losing the ball on the way up.
He's saying that it was touched or it was tapped last by players of the Redeemers. Looks like it was touched last by the Redeemers. They retain possession.
And an offensive foul called on Jay Mercado off that seal.
Getting caught with that push on Ibanez to try to get that pass underneath.
48-35 is the score. 6 minutes in this third quarter. Lilio shoots the 3. Rebounded by the Patriots. Avila has it. He's running. Quick cross to the left. Wrap it around to Manalo. Ibanez is on the ground. And they get it out to Lilio. In transition is Jonathan. Good defense by the Patriots. Counter fast break naman. Manya to Manalo. Marking out instructions. Tries to bounce it, but it's going to stay with them.
Trying to go inside. Tight pass. Trying to thread that needle. Luckily, ball was touched last by the Redeemers.
Principe in that corner. Give it up inside. Manalo, the fake, the shot, it's good.
Great fake and great move to go with that reverse.
Back to a 15-point lead with 5 minutes in this third period. Fortich up top. Gives it Hernale. Free throw line jumper is pure. 37-50. Avila to take it down. He's against Lilio. Manya. Quick penetration. It's a steal. Lilio in a foot race with Avila. And Avila gets it back. They have numbers in their favor. Stops on a dime, but can't get it. Here comes Hernale. Lilio all alone on the other side. Gets it to go.
Nice pass. Nice forward pass. Cherry picking for J.R. Lilio. Did not go down on defense. Able to get that pass from Joey Hernale.
Ramos as well in the game for the OSG Patriots. A turnover. Check this out one more time. The lakas fast break of the quarter brought to you by Okada Manila. Hernale to Lilio. That duo's been working for them all season long. Ibanez, two-pointer. That's off. Manalo boards it behind the back. Pushing in the fast break. Give it up to Ramos. That's his first score of the game. Back to a 13-point game. Fortich to control. Lilio, he's alone. Goes inside. Drops it off. Hernale is blocked, but a foul is going to be called.
It's become some contact on the arm. The shooting arm of Joey Hernale.
13 foul OSG. 2 shots, Joey Hernale.
And Coach Anton, this PPA squad, they're actually not having that much of a trouble right now scoring. It's on the defensive end. Dun talaga sila nahihirapan ngayon.
And that's something that they need to address if they want to be able to get back in this ball game, cut this lead down to single digits. hopefully pull this one out.
Because right now, they're just trading buckets with this OSG team. Ramos boards it. Principe thinks about the three, instead gives it to the left side. Back to Principe. Manalo, left-handed three. That's way short, but an offensive board. Could have put back for Mario Labastida. Back to 14 is the lead. Fortich being pressured by Manya. Lilio gets fouled as he tries to split the defense on that play.
And now they're in penalty because of those fouls. You're gonna get 2 free throws from J.R. Lilio.
2 shots for J.R. Lilio.
And 2 minutes and 27 seconds remaining dito. Still a lot of time, coach, para dito sa PPA to come up with something here.
It's just a 14-point lead. We've seen stranger things happen. I'm not going to be surprised if they get a few buckets here and there, get a few stops to be able to get back in this ball game. Got to cut this lead down to a more manageable level heading into the fourth.
Agaw. Manalo. There you go, a foul is called on the inside. It's gonna be on Ibanez.
Again, lots of contact in that particular play. Nothing going.
One more time on this, Manalo tries for the inside shot, but he gets fouled. And coach, this is where it needs to start. This is where it needs to start para sa PPA on the defensive end.
You gotta get stops. We talked about it. You gotta be able to get those stops. You got to make sure that you're not going to trade buckets, because remember, you are down by double digits, 15 points to be exact. And just trading buckets won't be enough for you to come back and pull this one out and get that first win in our tournament.
On the top of the broadcast, you mentioned offensive rebounds being key for the OSG Patriots. Just earlier, they got an offensive rebound, head to the line. They missed the second free throw, back to the free throw line once again, and another offensive rebound just right on cue.
That's their 12th offensive rebound of the ball game.
And then Manya drills the three-pointer. That just hurts if you're from PPA.
And not only is Kevin Manya hurting, but he's also hurting the other squad with those three-pointers.
58-40. It's back to an 18-point game. Lilio tried to attack inside, but going to the free throw line is Jonathan. Check out the lakas stress of the quarter. Brought to you by Sun Sports. Kevin Manya from deep.
Well, he's only playing at 85%. So we talked about that. Imagine if he was playing at 100%. Crazier things he would be able to go ahead and do for his club.
Labastida gives it to Agaw. Manalo. Stolen by Lilio. Hernales running. 3-on-1 fast break. Bounce it inside. Fortich for two. That's off. What a sorry miss para sa PPA.
And now Ibanez is going to be called for that foul. But great defense by the Patriots. Agaw all alone grabbing that defensive board.
This time around, it's going to be free throws once again.
2 free throws, Agaw.
Agaw on the line. And like we mentioned, PPA, they need to take advantage of this matchup that they have. Two unbeaten teams going at it. This could be their best chance to get their first W.
So remember, we talked about it at the top of our broadcast. Actually, prior to the broadcast, they're treating this game as a championship game of sorts.
Kita naman natin, Coach, some of the fans in attendance behind their bench doon, no?
Talagang supporting yung kanilang koponan.
We've got a minute in this third quarter. Lilio. That ball is tapped. It's going to stay with the Redeemers.
Substitution for SG. Paulo Pedro Chixier.
Substitution, Paulo Miguel Torrio to replace Kevin Manya. Sideline inbound, Hernale. Open look, puts it in off the glass.
Taking matters into his own hands. That's Joey Hernale.
Right side, Manalo. Give it to the corner. Torrio for the three. Too much on that. 59-44.
Nice play to get him open at the corner. Just could not get that basket to fall.
Fortich got it. It's a three.
On the other end, Eugene Fortich with his 4 3-pointer. No problem whatsoever knocking down that long ball.
And Fortich once again answering the call when his team needs him. Ramos. 10 seconds left. They could cut it down to just 10 points with a score here. Lilio driving in. Too much. Agaw has it. Shoots it and almost gets it to go. But at the end of our third quarter, the score 59-47. It's back to a 12-point lead, and this PPA squad just won't go away, Coach.
Look at that play. They're going at it from offense to defense. They cannot trade baskets. We talked about it earlier, but you look at the highlights. Joey Hernale getting that layup to fall, but Kevin Manya with that 3-pointer just to keep the Patriots afloat.
12-point lead, 59-47. The OSG Patriots up, heading into this fourth quarter. And our social media pages on Facebook and Instagram at Sinag Liga Asya. Hit that like, hit that follow button as we take a look at Kevin Manya. Already 20 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist. And just like what Flo mentioned, not even playing at 100%, Coach.
Only at 80 to 85%. He did mention that he was going to make his teammates look good or do the other things, and he was able to do that, grabbing 4 rebounds apart from those 20 points and giving an assist.
Manya to control. This is our fourth quarter of action. Aaron D joined by Coach Anton de los Reyes and Miss Flo Del Agua as we take a look at the quarter scoring.
You've got there 12 points for the Redeemers, 16 in the second, 19 in the third. Habang ang Patriots naman, 25 in the first, 18 in the second, 16 sa ating third quarter.
And the PBA Redeemers, just like what I mentioned, they just won't go away, Coach. You're not gonna give up.
Well, this is a quote-unquote championship game for them. So I know they're not gonna give up that easily in today's ball game.
That's Joey Hernale on the line, the veteran, the 57-year-old. Of course, the longest tenured player of the PPA Redeemers, getting the second free throw and cuts it down to just 11 points. Open for the three. That's off offensive board, Manya. No good. One more chance, Lilio. Here comes Jonathan with the left. Give it up. Hernale, that's a tough one. It looks like Hernale got hit on the finger, holding on to his hand.
Hope he's okay. Talking about Joey Hernale.
Mercado fakes it and gets fouled.
A great up fake. I think the defense could do. That was Jabe Pabellina holding on to Jay Mercado.
Corner, Principe. Give it up, Manya. Attacks the closeout, floats it up, and it's off. Mercado once again, just the effort from the big man.
It's going to be a foul. Trying to dislodge that ball from Jay Mercado. And how do you like that? Getting those offensive rebounds are the Patriots.
And we've got an update from courtside about Coach Robert Tangkiki of the OSG Patriots. Go ahead, Flo.
Ngayon na nawalan sila ng key player, mas may pag-asa na kami. Ayan ang mga salita ng isang very relieved na head coach Al Takiki ng OSG upon the foul trouble of Michael Aribal from their opponents. However, dagdag ni coach, losing a big threat is one thing, but being able to take advantage is another. Anong masasabi niyo dyan, Aaron and Coach Anton?
And so far, they've been taking advantage. Mercado has been grabbing those offensive boards to start this fourth quarter, but Lilio sinking the free throw line jumper.
You took the words right out of my mouth, taking advantage of their missing big, Michael Aribal. The Patriots having a field day inside, grabbing those boards.
Manya to control. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Principe. Offensive board after offensive board for OSG. Avila puts it up. And the lucky miss para sa PPA.
Avila overcooking that three-point attempt. We saw him earlier. He was doing suicides, while Miss Flo was giving that interview.
Middle attack. Hernale. Whoa, inside. Pabelina.
Offensive rebound para kay Pabelina for the Redeemers.
And a timeout going to be called by the OSG Patriots. Take a look at the lakas moment of the quarter, brought to you by Pagcor. That's Jabe Anthony Pabelina getting his first 2 points of the game, and couldn't have come at a better time. The score 59-52 with 7 minutes and a second in this fourth quarter.
J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
OSG, they get the foul. And one thing I want to touch up on, Coach Anton, PPA losing probably their best big man in Aribal. Could be all hope was lost for them, and yet they're in the game with just a 7-point lead for OSG.
Well, sometimes those things happen when you lose one of your key players, cornerstones on defense. Other players will step up, and they're going to feel that sense of urgency, that need to be able to, kumbaga, next man up mentality. And that's what we're seeing right now. Even if they were down big and the loss of Michael Aribal, etong Redeemers with a spirited fight back kontra dito sa Patriots.
But Kevin Manya sinking 2 free throws, putting it back 61-52, 6 minutes and 45 in our final quarter. Lilio has it. They're taking their time. Fortich, he's been an outside threat for them. Instead it's to Lilio, give it up. Fortich, double team incoming. Hernale, free throw line, sticks the jumper.
So ball movement now becoming a problem para dito sa Patriots. They've got to close out on Joey Hernale.
Manya with the dribble move. And then he goes out of control.
A bit out of control, that is correct. Para dito kay Kevin Manya, trying to do too much on his own.
And you have to credit the defense from PPA. We mentioned that's been a point of struggle para sa kanila. Hernale open once again. Could have made it 2 in a row. And teammates fighting for the rebound there, Coach Anton.
Hey, but I'm all for that. At least you know your team's trying to get those loose ball, trying to get those loose balls. So I'm all for that.
Fortich. Left side, Lilio, that's a deep one. And that's a miss. Agaw to push, and he's gonna pull it back. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Manya wants it. He's being guarded by Lilio. Back to the top, Manalo. Left side, Agaw. 5 seconds left. They hand it off to Manalo. What a sweet dish from Agaw.
Nice drop pass. Nice cut by Manalo to get that 2 points inside, keeping the Redeemers at bay.
And once again, they have another answer for this Redeemers attack. Lilio driving in, kicks it. Fortich. Offensive board, Hernale. Lilio puts it up. Book it for 3.
Nothing but nylon for J.R. Lilio. Great pass by Joey Hernale.
Down to a 6-point game. Still have 4 minutes and 31 seconds. Agaw, the Redeemers need a big stop, but they leave Manalo open. Doesn't want to shoot it. Instead, it's given underneath, and a foul is called on Concepcion.
They're playing great defense for a majority of this fourth quarter, that possession.
Earlier, we saw the lakas shot of the quarter brought to you by Okada Manila. And Labastida getting 2 free throws to drop, 65-57.
Still a lot of time remaining to come back from 8 points for the Redeemers.
And who will get their first victory of the tournament? Hernale gets blocked, but this time it's to Fortich. In and out.
Sorry, miss for Eugene Fortich. He was wide open there.
And Manya and Lilio colliding just right in front of us, Coach. With Lilio being a bit shaken up on the ground. As the PPA Redeemers, they're still down right now and they want a timeout. 57-65 with 3 minutes and 50 in this fourth. And Joseph Hernale, the 57-year-old, with 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists against the LRA Titulados. He was on triple-double watch on that last game. This time around, Hernale has 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Numbers not the same, but still having the same positive impact for his team.
Still a great showing for Joey Hernale, and at 57 years old, man, you gotta love what he's done to himself to put him in this position to still be playing at that age.
Manya swishes yet another free throw.
Steady at the line, Kevin Manya.
A chance to make it a 10-point game. And it stays at 9.
Right when we mentioned it, the commentators jinx.
But still, Coach, I'm sure this PPA team still believes that they can come up with something here and maybe even get the victory.
Of course, you can't give up. You have to keep fighting until the last buzzer.
Kevin Manya once again out of control on that play.
But you got to give credit to the defense of Joey Hernale getting a hand on that leather to stop that drive from Kevin Manya.
It's a 9-point lead. Fortich gives it up. Pabilina. Looks like it was partially blocked.
It looks like Pabilina was actually surprised he got that ball. He was surprised he got that ball. He was surprised that he was that open.
Lilio, it's short. It looks like they tried to fight for that rebound. It's going to be a foul on Lilio. And already in the penalty are the Redeemers. So 2 free throws coming up para sa OSG.
So already at the penalty, itong Redeemers. Every foul, except if it's an offensive foul, will mean free throws para sa Patriots.
And Principe on the line, goes 1 out of 2, saves it. Principe stolen. Good hands para kay Ibanez.
Pass was too low to Araw.
Fortich finds Pabilina. Joey fakes it and then gives it. That's way off para kay Lilio.
Too much sauce on that baseline jumper from J.R. Lilio.
2 minutes, 35 seconds. It's a 10-point game. Left side, Agaw. Give it up on the post.
45, number 6, Joey Hernale, penalty, third personal.
Another foul is called on the Redeemers.
That was on Joey Hernale. Third personal foul. Nothing he could do there except to foul, as Manalo was in too deep.
And once again, they send the OSG Patriots on the free throw line.
Getting the second free throw, Manalo increasing the lead to 11 points para dito sa Patriots.
Lilio, they need to score quickly. Goes for the spin, leaves it for Ibanez, but they can't finish. 2-on-1 fast break. Give it up to Agaw. Give it back to Manalo, and they score. Timeout is called by the PPA Redeemers. It's back to a 13-point game, 70-57, with a minute and 58 in our final quarter. And we would like to thank one of our sponsors, Pagcor. So maraming salamat po to Pagcor for supporting Sinag Liga Asya as we check out the lakas play of the quarter. Brought to you by Pagcor. That's Manalo in transition off that 2-on-1 fast break. Fortich gives it to the left side. Ibanez hands it off. Hernale pulls it out and then goes back in. Pabilina. That's a brick.
Nice open shot for Pabilina. Nice pass by Joey Hernale. Just could not convert on that offensive set para dito sa Redeemers.
Anya to the left side. Agaw. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Manalo has it, rejected by Pabilina.
30 seconds, shot clock, violation.
Minute and 22, 13-point lead, shot clock expiring. I'd say that was a good possession even if they were not able to get up a shot or even if that shot was blocked.
Fortich this time. So Lilio, right side Fortich. Drives in, leaves it for Ibanez, sticks the two-pointer.
Nice pass, Fortich. Baseline shot, Ibanez.
Principe to bring it down.
They could have actually just let that ball, that clock run out.
I'm actually surprised that one of their teammates...
They picked it up.
They want that matchup with Manalo versus Renale. Wrap around pass, Mercado, excuse me.
That's
Vertudazo.
A great pass by Manalo to Vertudazo underneath for that deuce.
Renale, quick move. That's off, and it's looking like a done deal for the OSG Patriots. 3-on-1. Agaw gets it to go.
Great passing. And like what you said, looking like a done deal. It is a done deal looking at the score. 74-59. Shot clock is off.
Lilio getting that last shot to drop. With the OSG Patriots finally moving up to 1-5 in this tournament. Meanwhile, it's the PPA Redeemers falling to 0-6. What a tough one for them. But every comeback attempt that the Redeemers had, the Patriots always had an answer, Coach.
And that was the story of the ball game. Spirited comeback for the Redeemers, trying to redeem themselves in this ball game, but just a bit too late.
And a bit too late indeed. As the opening win of the OSG Patriots, it comes at the demise of the PPA Redeemers. Manya was huge in that game. Kaya naman, ibigay na natin yan to Miss Flo Del Agua for the interview with the best player of the game.
Hinihingal pa nga siya pero napakasaya niya na siya ang nasa tabi ko ngayon, our SLA DOJ Pagcor Best Player of the Game with 23 big points, 6 rebounds, and 1 apiece ng assist and steal. Congratulations, Sir Kevin, at sa OSG Patriots. Alam kong napakatagal mong hinintay na mangyari ang moment na ito. So maaari mo bang ibahagi sa ating mga kasinag kung anong nararamdaman mo ngayon getting your first win here in the tournament?
Una-una po, nagpapasalamat po ako sa Panginoon, sa pamilya ko, tsaka sa mga teammates ko. Sa OSG, nagpapasalamat din po ako kay Soljen Guevara, sa mga kasama ko po sa Dakit, sa mga kaibigan ko. Siguro po, sobrang tuwa po namin kasi una po kaming panalo. Dahil din po sa tulong po namin, sa teammates ko, sa hard work din po namin sa loob ng court. Tsaka pinag-igihan po talaga namin yung depensa.
Salamat, Sir Kevin. Ngayong araw nga, naputol nyo na ang losing streak nyo. Finally, sa palagay mo ba, ito na yung wake-up call o motivation na kinailangan ng OSG Patriots para mapanalo nyo pa yung mga susunod nyong laro?
Siguro po, pag-aanuhan po namin na ituloy-tuloy itong panalo na to para maging okay po.
At dahil nga may 23 points ka ngayon, Sir Kevin, batiin mo pa ang mga ibang sumusuporta sa iyo at sa OSG Patriots.
Thank you po sa SLA, sa teammates ko, sa OSG. Salamat po sa pamilya ko, sa misis ko, kay Shirley, sa anak ko, kay Cass at kay Gabe. Ilan po.
Salamat muli, Sir Kevin, and congratulations again sa inyong kupunan. Mukhang masaya kayong uuwi mamaya. But to conclude our very intense first game, here are Aaron and Coach Anton.
And thanks for that, Flo. Kevin Manya, the Pagcor Best Player of the Game with 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. But we can't forget, Manalo also had a double-double in that game. So, Coach Anton, any final thoughts about that matchup?
Again, great game from start to finish, clicking on all cylinders. Fast break points para dito sa Patriots getting their first win in our tournament.
And the Patriots moving to 1-5. Meanwhile, on the other end for the PPA Redeemers, they fall to 0-6. This could have been their best chance to get a W here, but they end with a loss. The final score, 74-61. In favor of the OSG Patriots, finally getting their opening win. Pero up next nga, just about to tip off shortly, it's the POW Defenders. Their last game was on Jan 30. Meanwhile, the Sentinels, their last one was on Feb 18. That's gonna be our next game. Kaya naman, wag muna kayo aalis because we still have our second game coming up here at the SLA DOJ Interagency Cup.